Hello, Comanche Elementary parents. I know this is kind of a crazy time in our society right now, and so we just wanted to make a video for you to try to help you get logged into Google Classroom, to see what the platform is going to look like, and just to kind of help you in any way get rid of any of the fear about what is to come in the next few weeks, hopefully. The main thing that the fourth grade teachers want to get out there to you is that we don't want this to become a stressful situation for your family. I know myself, I'm going to have 6 kids at home, 2 high school, 3 junior high, and 1 elementary student. They're all going to be trying to complete assignments online. And I know that's a little stressful for me to feel like I am going to have to monitor that, plus keep up with my 4th grade classroom as well. I'm still going to be a teacher even if I'm at home. And so it's kind of scary to me as well. So we're going to tread these waters together. We're going to hold hands like a community should, and we're going to get through this the best that we know how. So what I'm asking of you is some patience. We want your input. Please comment through our Google Classroom. You can feel free to email one of the teachers, whatever teacher you're used to emailing. I would do that. Or Class Dojo. Just please stay in contact with us. Let us know, hey, this is way too much work. My child is having a really hard time doing this independently. We need to know things like that. We tried to make the assignments and the education for your child continue to a degree that they could do it independently. But again, we're going to have to hear that from you because we're not going to be at home with you. So just please keep reaching out to us, and we're going to get it right. We're going to do this, and we're going to get it right. We hope that there's no kinks in the road on the way, and that everything flows smoothly. So this is the first step to doing that. So I want to walk you through what you're going to do to get your students logged into Google Classroom. First of all, I want you to know that Comanche ISD has already set up your student accounts. Okay, and your 4th graders are already used to this because they have their Google accounts with Miss Jackson if they had Miss Jackson for a reading teacher, or myself, Miss Davis, if they had me. So they're used to this. We don't have to log in all the time because the Chromebooks and the computers that they use at school saves their passwords, and so this is minimal. But hopefully you won't have to do this more than one time. But as you go in, this is going to be kind of universal, and so you'll want to be sure that you write this down. So for 4th graders, their email or login is going to be 28, which is the year that they graduate, and then their last name, first initial. So again, 28, the year they graduate, last name, first initial, all lowercase and no spaces. Okay, then at student.comancheisd.net, and again, lowercase, no spaces. That is their student email account to get into Google. Then you have the password, which is their lunch number, followed by the initials, their initials. Okay, again, no spaces and all lowercase. So if I were to use myself as an example of what it might look like, I would have 28. Davis is my last name. D is my first initial at student.comancheisd.net. And then my lunch account number, 283587. Your kids should know their lunch account numbers. If not, please let us know and we'll get that to you. And then their initials, which mine would be DD. Okay, so that is their student account. So now let's go to the internet. So if you have a computer, this is where you will go. If you have just a smartphone, then you will want to search your App Store or Google Store or whatever it is that wherever you get your apps from. And if you'll search Google Classroom, it is free. It's a free download. And the steps are really easy from there as well on your phone. You'll just put in your students, once you download it onto your phone, you'll put in your students' login and then their password, and you'll press get started. And then I'm going to give you the code that you will need in order to get logged in. So if you're on your computer, then you're going to go to your Google screen and you're just going to type in Google Classroom. That's one option, okay? And it will take you to Google Classroom right here. The other option to do is over here. I like to tell my students that they, let me see if I can get my little pointer. I like to tell my students here, there we go, right here. Okay, so I like to tell my students here that this is called the waffles. So if you'll click on the waffles and go down, and I already have Google Classroom in my icons because we use Google Classroom. If for some reason you don't see Google Classroom on your computer, it's probably just because you've never used it. And so you could scroll down, and after you get to the bottom, you might see something that says more, and then you can get it from there. Okay, so once you click on it, then it will bring you up to Google Classroom. Now you're going to see my Google Classroom as it would appear. When you see your Google Classroom, I can't really remember exactly what it will look like, but it will look something similar to this. It's just not going to have any of these classes. Okay, so as teachers, we've been sharing our Google Classrooms so that we could see what we're doing, as a campus. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to the plus button, and you're going to join a class. Okay? So when you click on join class, it's going to ask you for a class code. And at the end of this, I'll put the class code back up just in case you miss it, but it is 5WPVS3D. So again, 5WP, V as in Victor, S, 3D. Okay, so after you put in your class code, then you are just going to push join. If you're on a phone, it's also going to ask you for a class code. You'll find a plus button probably, and then you will just push your class. You'll put in your class code to join. Now, once you join, it's going to take you straight to our page. I am not going to click join because I already have it as a page. I'll just try to, nope. Yeah, it's not going to work for me because I am the teacher of the class. So now I want to take you into what it looks like. So this is our class. This is what it will look like on your screen. You will have a little square that looks like this. This is Comanche Elementary, 4th grade. And so this will be the only one unless you have, well, yeah, this should be your only one that you see. So it shouldn't be confusing about what to click. So I'm going to click into the classroom. Okay, so your screen is going to look something similar to this. We already have a few things posted. If you get into this before Monday, some of these things that I show you today will be there. Some of them will not, just because we're not pushing them out really until Monday. So if you don't see some assignments that you see on this video, don't worry about it. They will show up at 8 o'clock on Monday, and you can work through them, as you feel. So the first thing I want to show you is the first button right here is stream. And then if you're on a cell phone, these three things right here will show up at the bottom of your device. They will not be at the top. So stream just means this is the page where you can see everything that's being posted. Okay, that's all that means. So everything that we post, you're going to be able to see here. The main thing that you want your students to do is to be able to click on the classwork tab to find their assignments. This is where we have it set up as topics and days, and it's going to be really easy for them to find their work. So I'm going to click on the classwork tab. So over on the side here, we have these are all of the topics that we have. So we have website links. We have our assignments for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have Miss Stipes. If your child goes to see Miss Stipes during intervention time, they will have an assignment there. If your child sees Miss Clark for math during intervention time, then you will see that there. And then you will have early intervention and dyslexia. You can't see that right here, but I'll scroll down and let you look later. You'll also have a little bit from PE, and then gifted and talented. If your child is in the gifted and talented program, that will be there. And then a note from the counselor. So you can see we have a lot of topics for your kiddos. The first topic that I want to go through, these are website links. These are ones that you can get on there, and they're live right now. So we just tried to put in some links. So if you click on the title of the assignment, then this is the link that it would take you to get to ReadWorks. And we have entered the class code. So I'm just going to go click back over here. And here is the class code right here that you would click in, and your child could, if they needed extra to do more than what we've given them, they can put the class code in there, and then they're free to browse around at a lot of great reading passages. We also have a Texas Weekly newspaper login. We have our Wonders Reading login. With this, there's some instructions for you to get there. It's a pretty easy login. It's not their lunch account number. Again, if you have any problems getting into any of these, or your kids don't remember their passwords to get in, please let us know, because we will be right there to help you, and we'll be online at certain times of the day. So it'll be a pretty quick return in getting back to you. We also have Epic. They love Epic. It's also a free online. The class code there is WGI2989. Prodigy Math. Most of them know how to get in, but here's the link all in one place for them to go. And then this is also another fun website for reading news articles. Okay, so those are our website links, and as we feel like there's more that that we need to add, then we can always add those. So as you scroll down, your topics here, so if you're over here and you don't want to scroll all the way down to Friday to see what Friday holds, you can just click over here. These are hyperlinks that you can use, okay? But I'm going to go back to my topics. My website links is my first thing we just went over. Scroll down, and here are Monday's assignments that we have. So we have some reading for them. We have a short little question for them to answer. They will be doing some bulletin board math. We'll go over the spelling the spelling rules for the week. And then this bulletin board math is actually next Monday, so it's not like you have 2 Mondays. It's just showing on there. This is scheduled for March 23rd. It will go out this Monday. This one will be scheduled for March 30th. Our math teachers are on it. They are planning and excited for what they have in store for you. And then it looks like there's a Prodigy. So again, you just click on the assignment. It opens the assignment. Click on the link, and it takes you to the link if it's a link that you need to go to. Just pretty simple as that. Okay, so just remember that if it's a link that goes outside of Google Classroom, you'll need to go back to Google Classroom to find what other sites there are. And then scroll down, and you have a Tuesday assignment. Also, Wednesday is assignments, Thursday's assignments, and then Friday's assignments. Okay? So that's pretty much how our Google Classroom is set up. You do not have to, you do not have to do all of Monday's work on Monday. If you find that something is taking you too long, just kind of do what you can. This is, again, just enrichment. We want to provide some educational resources for you during the couple weeks that we're out. And so hopefully it's not too much and you don't feel overwhelmed with it. So that's pretty much our Google Classroom. Again, hopefully this gives you an idea of how to get your kids on. I'm going to go back here to stream, and here is the place where you can share something with your class. Now everybody is going to see this, but I feel like that's okay, because if you have a question, then probably more than likely another parent or child is going to have a question. So please be sure that you can click there, and we will keep up with our class questions. Again, you can also always email your teachers. You can also email your teachers, if you have questions about any of that. So hopefully this video gave you a good enough insight for you to feel comfortable. Again, here is your class code, just to be sure that you got it written down if you didn't get a chance to the first time. It's 5WPV as in Victor S3D. Let's display that a little bit bigger. I'll give you just a minute to type that in. I'm not sure if I said it before, but if you have more than one child at Comanche Elementary and you're going back and forth between student logins, that long student.comancheisd.net, after you put it in the first time, if you're using the same device, once you get to Google Classroom, you should be able to change between students fairly easy. Right now, this is my icon. This is saying that I am under Dina Davis. Your child will have the same thing. And so if you just click on that, you can choose different accounts. You can see here I have my one of my senior boys here, and so it would be easy for me to be able to click on his Google account, and it would go straight to his Google account. Again, it might verify that it's his, and then I don't know his password, so I'm going to skip that part, but that's just to kind of show you that it is fairly easy, as long as you're using the same device, to change accounts from one student, one of your kiddos to the next. So again, if we can be of any help, we will be posting our emails on this main page up here so that you can have access to that. But please email us, Class Dojo us, or comment here on our Comanche Elementary Google Classroom, and we will be sure that we stay in contact with you. We want to make this as easy for you as possible. So good luck, and we are excited to see the work coming in from your child.